Good day, everybody. Today I'm bringing you a message from Nikita Khrushchev, the Russian prime minister or leader of Russia during the USSR. 61 years ago, on September 29, 1959, he gave a message to the United States saying that our children would live under communism. As you can see what is happening in South Africa, that is the case. And it's happening all over the world. And it's also part of the New World Order. Given what is happening in the United States today with Black Lives Matter, Antifa, our children dressing up not knowing what they're male or female, or our middle class is dying, the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer. And we have these people that are manipulating our media, controlling our children at school. He listed 8 things that would happen over time. And by God, they have. We have to sit our children down and educate them on what is actually happening here. We have to have our veterans stand forward and say no more. We have to demand from our senators and leaders that they need to stand up to this or be complicit in it. Because in the end, our children will be our downfall. Our leaders of today will be the downfall of democracy and freedom. In years to come, we will have to fight another war we don't want, but which we can stop today. Listen to this video. Listen to the points of what I'm showing you. It's there for you to see. We keep looking the other way and rather watch TV and not do something about it. We have to do something about it, and we have to do something about it right now. We have no choice. We just do not have no choice. He gave 8 points of what will happen in the future. Watch this video and tell me he was wrong. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. In the description below, there's a link to a petition which is very passionate to me right now, to bring sanctions against this communist evil government in South Africa that is creating human rights violations for all the minorities. And I want them removed. This is not a free and fair government. It is far worse than the last apartheid government. Please share this petition with everybody. I need 1 million signatures before the end of the year. Thank you for your help. Please subscribe. Please like and share. This is the Hawk. Nikita Khrushchev's message 61 years ago, September 29th, 1959. Your children will live under communism. How poetic this is today. Not only is this happening in the United States, but it's also happening everywhere else. He stated, you Americans are so gullible. No, you won't accept communism outright, but we will keep feeding you small doses of socialism until you will finally wake up and find out you already have communism. We will not have to fight you. We will weaken your economy until you fall like ripe fruit into our hands. Isn't this what is happening today? Democracy will increase the existence where you take away from those who are willing to work to give to those who would not. Khrushchev made 8 points. Here's the first point. Healthcare. Control healthcare and you control the people. This is exactly what happened during the Obama administration. With Obamacare or affordable care, you mean unaffordable care? where people are desperate for medical insurance. In the United States, one wipey, a wet piece of paper, costs $1. One Tylenol costs $30. They control the medical insurance. The second point he made, poverty. Increase poverty levels as high as possible. Poor people are easier to control and will not fight back if you are providing them everything. And the third point was debt. Increase the debt to unsustainable levels. That way you can increase the taxes, and this will produce more poverty. Poverty is rampant all over the world. Look at South Africa today. It is an extremely poverty-driven country. His fourth point was gun control. Remove the ability to defend yourselves from the government, and that way you are able to create a police state. In 1911, Turkey disarmed its citizens. Between 1915 and 1917, they murdered 1.5 million Armenians. In 1929, the Russians disarmed the citizens. Between 1929 and 1953, and they murdered over 20 million Russians. 1935, China disarmed its citizens. Between 1948 and 1952, they too murdered 20 million Chinese. 1938, Germany disarmed its citizens, and between 1939 and 1945, they murdered 16 million Jews and others, including gypsies, gays, you name it, they murdered them. 1956, Cambodia disarmed its citizens. Between 1975 and 1977, and they murdered 1 million educated people. 1964, Guatemala disarmed their citizens. Between 1964 and 1981, they too murdered 100,000 Mayan Indians. 1970, Uganda disarmed its citizens. Between 1971 and 1979, they murdered 300,000 Christians. South Africa, 1994 to 2012, UN stats, 500,000 people murdered. 1994 to 2020, 750,000 murders, 60 a day average. This shows you gun control is erroneous by any government. Welfare. Take control of every aspect, food, housing, income, and their lives, because they will make them fully dependent on the government. Don't this picture really irritate me? These fat, overweight politicians making their people kneel for a few bucks and some bottles of water. It makes my blood boil. Education. Take control of what people read and listen to, and take control of what their children learn at school. From these pictures, I want you to look. This is two countries here, South Africa and the United States. And you can see the comparisons. Here are a bunch of lost children who have no idea they're being fed communist nonsense. Here are African children who have no schooling, who are desperate to be educated, living in squalor, nowhere to go. And the world has come full circle. And his next point was religion. Remove the belief of God from government and schools, because people need to believe they're only in the government, knowing what's best for the people. Even Obama said this. It is also part of the one world order, where there is only one thing that's controlling you. The elite, controlled. Like the animal farm. Everybody's equal, but some people are more equal than others. And his last point, class warfare. Divide the people into the wealthy and the poor. Eliminate the middle class. This will cause more discontent, and it will be easier to tax the wealthy with the support of the poor, a perfect parallel to the Democratic Party's agenda. We must start to educate our children that what they are being fed is to control them in the long term, that later on they will have nothing to hold before them but the guilt of what they have done without knowing they were fed this communist agenda. I hope you enjoyed that show. 61 years later, you can see the parallels of what has happened. All of these points are coming to fruition now. They have got into our schools through the trade unions and the school teachers unions, feeding our children nonsense on socialism and communism, manipulated our medical systems, destroyed our middle class, used the media to brainwash us all and to manipulate the whole system to control. We have to stand up to this. We have to stop it. This is the Hawk. Please subscribe to my channel. Please share and like. And don't forget to sign the petition. It's in the link in the description below. Take care. Be safe out there. And don't trust nothing that's Democrat. It's communist. And as for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, the Democratic Party is scraping the bottom of the barrel. They're going to waste a bunch of American citizens' money trying to campaign to beat Trump. If that is all they have to offer, the Democratic Party is lost. It has lost the point. It is a sad day. And as for their support of illegals, Antifa, Black Lives Matter, the Communist Party, and the Muslim Brotherhood, you have nothing to offer the United States people. I say, there's only one party left, and that's the Republicans for now. Until something better comes along, we have no other choice. Freedom first. Tyranny last. This is the Hawk. I'm out of here.